Hi everyone! Today we're going to be looking at what the next communication is going to be between you and the person on your mind. This can be a little to no contact reading, or just somebody you have hit and miss communication with and you're wondering, well, I don't know how things are going, so then maybe this can give you some clarity on that. Just whatever your situation is. And for pile number 1, we have this Silky Malachite. And it's a really good stone for like protection and positive transformation, releasing suppressed emotions. It also helps with opening your heart and intuition too. I mean, it's a pretty good all-around stone. But we have that and the Ace of Swords. I thought that it would be good to kind of give the meaning of each crystal, because I think that might help some people be able to pick the pile. So I think I'm going to start doing that. But this Ace of Swords is the Tattoo Tarot. And then for pile number 2, we have the Desert Rose. And the Desert Rose is about bringing inner truth to the surface, helping cleanse energies. It's also really good for willpower too. And then this is the Familiar, or Tarot Familiar. I always want to say Familiar Tarot, but it's Tarot Familiar. And then pile 3 is the Sunstone. And it helps with leadership and motivation and manifesting. And it's just an all-around happy, positive, confident stone. And then we have the Mystical Melodies Tarot here. So you can use the stones by their looks or the meaning that I gave, or you can use the tarot cards. They're all Ace of Swords. I thought it would be a little bit easier to do all one specific card, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I was just really drawn to the Ace of Swords in the pre-shuffle, so I went ahead and chose to go with that. But clear your mind, pick your pile, and I'll see you there. Okay, pile 1, if you pick the Silky Malachite and the Tattoo Tarot, this reading is for you. Today I'm going to be using the Granny's Postcards Lenormand and the Granny's Postcards Tarot decks. I haven't used these yet, so I'm really excited to use them, because I thought this would be perfect for, you know, a communication reading. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put this right over here. And then I'm going to put this, actually, you know what? I think I'm going to do like that, so I can keep it separate from the overall energy too. But like always, of course, we're going to go ahead and get overall energy first. Okay, and you got the Star. I think there really is some healing communication coming in. I think it's going to put you in more of a positive mindset as to what's really going on. And just like the Silky Malachite, it's like positive transformation. Like these two, the crystal and the clarify, or the overall card, is really going together right now. I mean, even with looks. Look at this. Don't they look similar? So that's great confirmation right there. But you could be dealing with an Aquarius. But other than that, I just really see like some light being shown on this situation. Because I don't know, I keep on looking back and staring at the star in that card, and it's just like shining some light on it, showing what is really going on, what really wants to be said, what really wants to be done, just giving more information and clarity as a whole. And you know what? I think today I'm going to actually start with the hidden truth messages. I'm going to use the regular oracle, and then I'm going to use the ones that I made too, just so we can get that right off the bat. Since this is communication reading, we might as well start with it, I think. Somebody is saying that they're not available right now. And that can mean a lot of different things. But let's see. I remember every detail of that day. So they're remembering things from the past. So you do have a little bit of past history with this person. And I knew exactly what I was doing. So, I mean, it looks like here they're taking a little bit of accountability. Now, for what, I do not know. And we might get that information. But it looks to me like there was some history here. And something did happen. They're realizing that they were wrong and that they're remembering things. Now, whether or not that they are remembering things correctly, that's on them. But they're reflecting. They're doing some reflecting here. That also reminds me of that star card too. And they want to tell you how they feel because they want you. Maybe they're waiting until they are available. This could be distance or just anything. I mean, there's tons of reasons why a person wouldn't be available. But they're wanting to change that to tell you how they feel because a lot of you guys, I'm just going to say it straight off the bat, I kind of feel like this might be an ex. So I'm kind of feeling like they either want you back or this could be somebody that you kind of got in the talking stages with and then something happened and you guys cut contact and then now they're coming back around. They might have gotten in a relationship with somebody else that ended, or they're wanting it to end, I guess, because I mean it does say I'm not available. Well, it does say I'm not available. So, I don't know. Because I'm getting real 5 of Cups energy off of this right now. Like they're reflecting and they're really disappointed about how things went between the two of you guys. They could be not available because they're needing time to think, too. Yes, I made the wrong choice. I told you. It feels like you guys might have either been in a talking stage or something, and they chose somebody else, or something happened between you guys, and then they got in another relationship, and they're like, man, I wish I would have actually tried harder, you know? And they're wanting you to know that they'll be there for you, or I will always be here if you need me. They want you to know that they want to be there for you. And the more I like you, the more I learn about you, the more I like you. And that could be what's making them come to this conclusion that they did make the wrong choice. Okay, so how many did I think I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so we'll try to get one more. I can never say how many I'm actually going to get, though, because... Oh, it is one more. The way you look at me makes my heart melt. You guys could have seen each other recently, and when you saw each other, it was just like a flood of emotions came back. They could have actually... Well, I don't know, because this is saying the way that you look at them. I was going to say that they could have actually saw you, and then you didn't know about it. But I kind of think, since it's the way that you look at me, you probably saw this person. I mean, since that did come to my mind, that could be for like maybe a few people, but it really does feel like to me that somebody here, there was some kind of, you know, beginning stage talking or whatever, and something happened, and then somebody dipped out and started in with somebody else or something like that. And now they're regretting it. So, let's see. Yeah, here we have the tree. And I'm just, a lot of times I don't notice the suit in the card, like what card this is supposed to be. But right now I am. And this is the Seven of Cups. So that means that there was a lot of different things going on. There was options. Somebody could have had too many options and chose wrong. You know what I mean? Like, it could have been that kind of thing. I'm also getting a very strong feeling of somebody thinking the grass was greener on the other side when it wasn't. Yeah. Look how cool this card is. I love it. I love that vintage. I just love this whole deck because it's vintage postcards, and that's kind of what I'm into. But anyway, I think that whoever this is either has ended something with someone else, or they're in the process of ending something with someone else, because this here is the Nine of Pentacles, and they're transitioning into a period of being single. Yeah, there is a lot of conflict around this. I think they're feeling conflicted because they don't want to fight. They think if they come in to talk to you that it is going to be a fight, and I don't think they want to fight. Now, it could be completely justified that you would be mad. I'm not taking that away from anything, because people do need to be held accountable for their actions. That is 100% true. But this is, I'm reading from their perspective. They are scared that you're going to be mad at them or like hostile towards them. Yeah, because it's kind of a bittersweet type of feeling. You could feel glad that they actually notice that they were wrong, but the hurt is still there. You know what I mean? Like, the hurt's still there, but you're actually glad that they see things for what it is now. And just like I said before, like with this ship, I have to say there could be a distance, because I was getting that for some people earlier, that the reason why they weren't available too is because there was a distance. This could have potentially been a long distance relationship, but there is going to be communication. There's communication coming through. I feel like they're trying to find out information about you. They could be, if you guys have mutuals, they could be talking to somebody else to try to see, you know, are you available maybe? And just what's going on. Like, if you ever talk about them, I'm getting that heavy. They're wanting to know if you ever talk about them, or if you're thinking about them as much as they're thinking about you right now. I'm wanting to put that. I don't want to clear this completely off, because I always go back to reference the cards. And I don't want to have to dig through and try to find them again. Okay, so let's get the tarot now. You felt like they weren't willing to work on it, like they weren't willing to meet you halfway in some regard. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles. Because I'm getting this for both of you guys now. You decided that it was better for you to be single than to be in this situation, and they're actually being single now. So you guys were on different pages. You thought they didn't want to work on it, and so you decided to quit working on it and quit waiting and you know, putting in the effort. And it's now ended up with you guys back at this place, the single Nine of Pentacles, and it took you less time to get there than it did them. That's what I'm getting here. It took them a little bit longer to get to the place that you were at. And I'm telling you, I think this person was kicking and screaming and dragging their feet the entire way. They did not want to make this transition. They were having a heck of a time changing. They didn't want things to change. They felt, because what I get with this is being in your comfort zone, being too comfortable in your comfort zone. They didn't want things to change, even though they knew that they would be happier if they did. They were still fighting it, just out of fear of the unknown. Yep, but here comes the Tower. This Death card in reverse and this Tower card in reverse, those two go hand in hand, and it is so cool to see them come out together, because that's exactly the trajectory of what happens. Because if you fight that transition, if you fight what you're supposed to be doing, boom, here comes this Tower. And it's like, are we gonna do this the easy way or the hard way? Because they had feelings that they were suppressing. They weren't acknowledging how they actually really felt, and it was keeping them stuck. Keeping them stuck, keeping them in lack. They left you out in the cold, and then they were put right back in that position. They were put in the position that they put you in. How they made you feel, that's how they started feeling. So they basically got what they gave. And that's kind of what they had to go through to be able to be able to see how it is you felt and see things from your perspective. Because I don't think that this person really has had to go through that before. I'm getting that feeling off of them. I don't think they might have went through heartbreak, but it might have been a long time ago, and they kind of forgot how that felt. But the good news is they are wanting something stable now. I think they've made a lot of realizations. Now, whether or not you want to give this person the time of day, let your intuition tell you that. 100%. This is a general tarot reading. Your intuition needs to tell you what to do. It's going to be different for everybody. But I think that you guys will know exactly what you need to do, because however you feel, that gut intuition feeling, that's what you need to go with, period. But anyway, they are wanting something stable. I think this person has gone through a kind of like an ego check, and I think they're kind of coming to some sort of awakening about the way things actually are. It's not just their perspective. Like their perspective isn't right all the time. Because they are ready to start something new. And here we have the Six of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands again. They're wanting to start something new, but they do feel like you don't feel the same way that they do, that your feelings for them are completely gone, and you're going to come in and probably cuss them out. That's what I'm getting. They're like, I want to take this chance, but I don't think they feel the same way anymore, and they're going to tear me a new one. Alright, so I'm going to actually just get a few of these cards. I'm not going to get a whole bunch of them. Third eye clarity. I told you, that's exactly what I said. You're getting clarity in this situation. And I think the reason why I went on that intuition tangent so much is because you need to be using your intuition and that third eye to show you the clarity. Make sure that you are in the place that you need to be to make the right decisions. Because if you don't, I feel like limitations and fears are going to hold you back. It might trigger something in you. But there is going to be an offer here. You're going to be getting an offer. I'm going to go ahead and put these up. Okay, and you know what? Actually, I'm going to get you guys some letters this time. Okay, we have, let me make sure that's, yep, Z, I, U, W, T, P, and B. So, could make something out, or that could be their initials. Alright, let's see what sign you could be dealing with. Sagittarius, Libra, Gemini, heavy air energy, Libra again, Virgo, Aquarius, and you got Aquarius with the star card. Alright, now let's get your numbers. We have 17, 12, and 6. And this breaks down to a 3, and then this breaks down to an 8. So this could be life paths, synchronicities, dates, places, numbers you're seeing. And now I'm going to roll a planet for you, and you can look up your placement, your sign placement in that planet, because that might be able to help you with what's going on. Okay. And you got Let me see. Yeah, the line. You got North Node. And the North Node is all about like karmic cycles and not fearing the unknown. And that's so funny that that came up in this reading of like fear and limitations and fearing the unknown. And that's holding, you know, that being like something that holds us back. And it also has to do a lot with destiny too. So I would look up your North Node sign and read into that a little bit to kind of give you an idea of how that can help. I think it's really helpful. The reason why I do it that way, because I know that that's not the traditional way to do those dice, but the reason why I do it that way is because of how helpful it is to learn our charts to help us in situations that we find difficult. Usually we have a placement that we can kind of try to tap into to help us in situations. So I think that checking your North Node and learning more about that might be helpful for you. But pile one, that was your reading. I hope it helped you and gave you some clarity. I feel like you're going to be getting some clarity. This might just be the first step to that maybe. But I feel like that's the path you're on right now. But if you liked the video, please give it a like and consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. And I hope to see you next time. Bye! Hi Group 2, if you picked the Desert Rose and the familiar, or the Tarot Familiar Ace of Swords, this reading is for you. I'm going to go ahead and just put this over here. Today I'm going to be using the Granny's Postcards, the Lenormand deck, and the Tarot. Really excited. I haven't used those on the channel yet, and I thought it would be perfect for a communication reading. But like always, let's go ahead and start off with the overall energy. Okay, we've got the Hangman. I feel like you and this person are kind of in a stalemate right now. Nobody's really making any action or any move towards anything. Like, you're really in that. What's going on? They feel like they're becoming a better person because of your influence on them. They could have had to become a better person to be able to approach you too. They could have felt like they weren't at your level of growth or in some way. You know, there's so many different ways that people can feel like that, you know. So, but more than anything, I'm getting that you really do inspire this person. They replay your guys' conversations over and over in their head. And they wish that things could be different. I feel like they wish that they could be able to actually just express these things to you without any of outside situations going on or their limitations, what they believe are their limitations. They want to just make a move already. Get this stuff off their chest already. Because the Desert Rose does help with willpower, and I feel like that's what this Hangman needs right now. And to me, the Hangman is Sagittarius, but to some people it's Pisces, so you can take that either way you want. But with pile number one, the card kind of reminded me of the crystal, and in this situation it is too, because of all the lines. It's reminded me of all the strings. So these two are really going hand in hand with me right now. I feel like they're gathering up some willpower. And let's get a couple more. They want to be more than friends. This could be somebody that runs in your friend group. You see them out and about, that kind of thing. Met them through a friend. And they feel like they've messed things up. They feel like they've made the wrong impression with you. I feel like they didn't come off very good. This could be somebody that struggles with first impressions or just leaving a good impression on people, you know. They feel like they've said something that came off the wrong way. I'm getting that real heavy. Like they feel like they said something that came off the wrong way. God. There we go. Now. There's so much I want to say. Like I told you, I feel like they're really wanting to get things off their chest. I feel like they have some explaining to do too. They need to explain themselves. There's something that they need to explain themselves about. They can't picture, oh my gosh. They can't picture their life without you. And that's what I'm saying. I'm becoming a better person. They're attributing part of that to you and the influence that you have on them. They want you to know that they're proud of you. You could have achieved something recently and they're really admiring you for it. But they don't want to come on too strong. And I feel like that's a fear that they have, because I think that's part of the reason they might be in this hangman energy, is because they fear like they come on too strong or they make the wrong impression, and that's part of what that is. And they're wanting to know if you notice them as much as they notice you. Like, they're like, do I even have any kind of impact on them? Or do they feel as strong about me as what I do towards them? This person, I kind of feel like might have some confidence issues they need to address. I'm just throwing that out there for somebody. I'm feeling like this person is a little bit anxious. Like they don't feel like they're on your level. But here we have the Sun. I do feel like you give this person a level of confidence, though. I feel like you spark something in them that makes them a little bit more optimistic. That's the only way that I can explain how it feels. It's like a little bit of optimism that things are all right, that they're going to work out. This person could have been a full-blown pessimist, I'm telling you. Yeah, they're feeling so lucky that they've met you, that you're in their life. They just feel this strong sense. They just feel this strong sense of luck around this whole situation. And I also, I'm getting this too, especially since this here is the Six of Pentacles. I feel like there is a question of if you feel the same way that they do, and they are ready to give to you as much as you give to them, and vice versa. They're wanting that equal give and take. They could be actually waiting on a sign that you're even into them. I'm getting that too. I think that they're waiting for a sign that you're into them, because they don't know. Yeah, they're waiting on a sign from you that you are into them, that any kind of communication. They're waiting on some kind of communication, and then they're willing to actually make a move. Yeah, because they're at a crossroads right now. They're like, what do I do? They're waiting for a sign to know what to do. Because they want to express these feelings. They want to tell you how they feel. How they really feel. I feel like this person does have really deep emotions for you. You stay living in their head. And in their heart, actually. Because when I said that, my eyes just went down to this heart card. It's like it's not just my head, it's my heart too. They're wanting to balance out that head and heart stuff. Because I'm feeling like this person might be kind of overwhelmed. And that could be part of this energy I'm feeling. Just being overwhelmed with how strong the connection is. But until this point, they have not done anything about it. They have not shown anything. It's been so slow. This is basically, I'm feeling like this hangman up here. They have been so slow moving and nobody has said anything, shown anything. There's been no kind of hints or nothing. Because they felt conflicted. They have felt very conflicted about this. And I just got to throw this out there too. This whole situation could come with some drama. It might upset some people, and that's where this hesitation is coming from. And there could be many reasons why that could happen. But I feel like there is some kind of conflict here. Yeah, and because of that conflict, that's why it's come to a standstill. Why nobody's moving. But the emotions are there. The feelings are there. They might not show them, because with the King of Cups, that's how it is. Like, the King of Cups don't show emotion, but there is a ton of emotion on the inside. I feel like this person, they picture, especially with this person, they picture the future with you. Like, they set back, like, when they set back and they envision, like, 10 years into the future, they see you in the future with them. And I mean, they see like the kids, if that's what you guys want. They see the home and all that stuff. But I'm telling you, I think that there are some people that are going to be mad about all this. And that's what's keeping it up in limbo. Because maybe somebody has to move away from somewhere, and that's going to make somebody upset. You know what I mean? Like, there's some kind of element here that is going to hurt somebody else, break somebody else's heart. And that's why it's in this, like, juggling act almost. Good news is this person does not want to walk away because they see the potential. This connection to them is very healing, and I think that you have really shown them a lot of things that they needed to learn, and they don't downplay this connection at all. If you think that this person downplays the connection, I don't think that that's the case. At least from their perspective, because I'm picking up on their energy. From their perspective, they feel it strong. It feels like there's a lot going on. Like, what? I can't even say that, like, what is going on, because it's going to be different for everybody. But it is. It's almost like, what in the world is going on? Because there's so many things, there's so many ways that this could play out. All right, we're going to get a little bit of advice or something. These other cards to get a little bit more information. No wonder this person was coming up in, like, nervous energy, because it feels like there's a ton of stuff happening. Okay. Trust in divine time. I mean, there you go. I feel like that's the reason why that this has gone so slow, is because divine time is at play. It's like, trust in the process, as hard as that is. You know, that ain't easy. But they've got to get out of this energy of lack and doubt, because that's what they were in. Now, I'm getting real mixed feelings. If they're still in that, or they've just come out of that, they might be in the midst of it. That's going to be different for everybody, but I'm not getting a clear, strong feeling, so I feel like it is different for a lot of people. I'm getting another one on that. Okay, somebody could be watching this person, and that is exactly why they can't do anything right now, because somebody's got spies like watching them. That is so weird. This person could also be keeping an eye on you, and that could be a thing, but I feel like this person can't really make any kind of moves because they've got people watching them. Because they are caught up in something else here. Some kind of karmic cycle with somebody. Maybe. This person could be in a legal matter. That could be for somebody out there. This person's in a legal situation. Huh. You'll know if that's for you. If that pertains to you, to your situation with this person or whatever, you'll know what that is. There's confirmation for somebody, though. But they're feeling a sense of nurture and compassion towards you. And they are wanting to open up, but I just feel like right now they can't. Because they've got too much outside stuff going on. I mean, I'm getting a lot more understanding of why this person came up with that energy they did in the beginning of the reading. It's becoming clear to me now. But let's go ahead and get some letters for you guys. I'm going to grab two more. There we go. Okay, we have M, T, S, J, K, P, and N. Those can be initials. You can make something out. They can mean something to you. Just however it is. Alright. Let's see what signs you could be dealing with. Libra, Capricorn, Scorpio, and with that Justice card, that really could be more confirmation that you're dealing with a Libra. For somebody out there, okay. Aquarius, Scorpio again. Gemini. Let's get one more. Taurus. Alright. Now let's get your numbers. These can be life path synchronicities, places, dates. Whatever it is to you. We've got 10, 5, and 14. And that is... I think that's 1. And that is 5. So... You know what? I'm going to look at 5s. Because I feel like there's an emphasis on 5 in this, so. Hold on. Look at that one. I'm going to find the other one. There it is. Alright. This one says 5, change, freedom, adventure, risk, daring, adaptability, the Hierophant Taurus. And then this one is change, big changes are coming, prepare for something new. So yeah, I feel like they're on their way of, they've got to change something about their circumstances here. And I'm going to go ahead and roll a planet for you guys. You can look up your placement in this planet, like what sign is in it, and it could help you with this whole situation. Or this... Okay, you have Venus. So look up your Venus sign and see, read more about it. I think it's important for us to learn our signs, because it can help us in a lot of situations to tap into that energy. Because there's a reason why we have certain signs and certain planets. There's a reason why we have our placements. It's to help us with what we've got going on in this life. So I think if you tap into your Venus placement, which is like about relationships and love languages and desire, all that kind of, like any kind of love stuff, which I mean would make a ton of sense in this case, I think it will be able to help you navigate it a little bit better. Give you some more clarity. Well, Group 2, that was your reading. I hope it helped you and gave you some clarity. If it did, please like and consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Hi, Group 2. If you pick the Sunstone or this Mystical Melodies Ace of Swords, this reading is for you. So just go ahead and try to stick that over there. Alright. Like always, I want to start off with the overall energy. There we go. You got the Justice card. You could be dealing with a Libra, but other than that, it feels like there are some things that need to be in balance here. Like there's not a balance in communication. It's like one time somebody's putting in all the communication and the next time somebody else is doing it. Or it's just completely one-sided. And I'm going to be getting the hidden messages first. So we can just go ahead and get those out. First thing. And I'm doing the regular ones and the ones that I made. I decided to do both this time. They're saying they're afraid to contact you. You guys could have had a falling out, or they're just in their nerves. Oh, okay, yeah, because you came closer than anyone else did. You got close to them, and that's kind of spooked them a little bit, I think. They knew exactly what they were doing, though. By pulling away, I think that's what that is. They knew they pulled away because you did get close and they got scared. They're telling you that they're waiting for a sign from you. So you can do with that information what you want. And they want to be more than friends. You guys could be running in the same friend circles. Have the same friend groups, see each other out and about. But they want more than just that. And I just want to preface this too with that this reading is from their perspective. So if you're like, I don't like their perception is off, then, you know, that's on them. But I'm just saying how they're coming through. They want you to know that they ask about you. They're really interested in what you've got going on. Like this friend group you guys run in, I feel like they might be asking their friends about you. Trying to get that sign. I think that's what they're really trying to do. They're digging for information on how you feel. They're saying if you guys don't meet up in this life, they want to meet up in the next. They think about you all the time. I do feel like you take up a huge chunk of this person's mental space. A lot of their thoughts. And like I said, they're wondering if you feel the same. And that's why they're waiting for this sign. Because they lied about their feelings. You could have confronted this person in the past and they were like, I'm not feeling the same way. Or they put off that vibe that they weren't feeling the same way. But they lied about it. And that could be why they knew exactly what they were doing. Because they lied about how they were feeling. But they're wondering if you will reject them because they're wanting to be on their way towards you. They're wanting to make a move, but they are scared that you're going to reject them. Alright, today I'm going to be using these Granny's postcards, the Lenormand and the tarot deck. I haven't used these on the channel yet, and I thought they would be perfect for, you know, communication reading. So I thought I'd take that opportunity. They are wanting to open up. They're wanting to learn more about... I think they're wanting to learn more about you. They're really interested in you. And I think that's one reason why you take up so much of their mental space is because you're really interesting to this person. And they think about all the conversations you guys have had or all the conversations they want to have with you. They're interested in your perspective on things. And they are hopeful. I feel like they are kind of hopeful, and that might be where this Sunstone is coming into the reading, is because they are getting a level of optimism. I think they are a little bit scared, wondering if you're going to reject them and all that kind of stuff. But they're trying to muster up any kind of optimism that they have and any kind of hope. Yeah, they're definitely asking around about you. If you're wondering if this person is talking about you, asking questions, you know, maybe looking at your social media, trying to see, like, what you got going on or whatever, I think the answer is more than likely yes. But here we go again with they have optimism, but they're also in the back of their mind. They are kind of scared about what the outcome is going to be. And they're trying to get over that. I feel like that's what they're trying to get over. Because they're thinking it could go so many different ways. Yeah, they think it can go so many different ways. There's so many potential ways that this could end up and this could play out, that it's got them in their head and scared a little bit. But they say in fantasy land about you. That's kind of where it is right now. It's in fantasy land. And nothing's happening. It's all just in fantasy land right now. I think until they can get that optimism up. And you know what? I've said this entire time, like for the last few piles, it was like their stone and their clarifier card went together, but your guys's don't. But it really makes sense why it doesn't, because it's like the duality of their feelings. Like this is really dark, and then this is really happy, and sometimes they're in that dark place, and then sometimes they're full of optimism and happiness about it. It's talking about that back and forth, that imbalance of how they feel between, you know, just different days, different things that happens that can put them in complete, like, yes, this is going to work, and then in another day, it's like they lose all kind, it's like they lose all kind of, well, optimism about it. It's just that back and forth. One day they think that they have a chance with you, and the next day they don't. They feel like they get mixed. And like I think that's why I said this before. That's why I had the feeling to say this before. Because I said that this is from their perspective. And I think that this person thinks that they get mixed signals from you. Now, whether or not that's true, you'll know you way more than I do. But from this person's perspective, that is their perspective. That's what they think. That's how they feel. They really, it's almost like an innocent kind of feeling. The way that you make them feel is like kind of like an innocent love kind of feeling. They're wanting you to know it's coming from a pure place. If you think this person wants to play around and just, you know, oh my God, what? They're making me say this. Hit it and quit it. That's such Anyway, that's not the case. That's not what they want. And you could have got that vibe from this person, and maybe that's why you're giving them mixed signals, because you're like, I don't know what you really want. Yeah, they want to start all new cycles with you. But here we go. You know, the conflict. They're really wanting to start up. What I'm really getting off of this Wheel of Fortune card is that, like, when we go into different seasons, like different holidays and things like that, they want to celebrate that stuff with you. Like when they're at Christmas, they're wishing you were there and that kind of thing, you know? Like when they're out doing stuff and celebrating, they want you to be there with them. There is a level of conflict here, and I feel like a lot of that comes from within themselves. They're conflicted within themselves. And that's what's keeping them stuck. Because I really do. I feel like this person is kind of trying to get clarity on this whole situation. And I also want to add too that this could be flipped. That is something that's coming through for somebody, that this is actually flipped. It's why they haven't made an offer. It's why things have gone so slow and haven't made an offer, because they're trying to get the strength to do so. This is kind of a side message for somebody else. This person or you or both of you guys could be very scared about getting into some kind of codependency type of dynamic. And that could be a reason why you guys are so like, because you're worried about it turning into codependency. That's a side message for somebody. That might not be for everybody, but that is something that is coming through that I need to address for someone. They feel the Queen of Cups. They feel this strong, but I do think they are going to come up in a Knight energy. They're going to come up in more of a not so deep. Do you know what I'm saying? Like more like light-hearted energy. It's not going to be as deep as what they actually feel. But the good news is I feel like they are going to come out of this stuck place to make an offer. Like a real, true, genuine offer, I feel, is what their intentions are, at least. Like, when they envision how this is going to play out, that's what they're envisioning. They're tired of being stuck. They're getting real tired of being stuck. And they're wanting to take that leap, take that risk, take that plunge, to come forward and say what they want to say and just get things going. Because if anything, I feel like with this person, as scared as they feel, more than anything, they kind of want to get this off their chest. Because I feel like this don't know what's going on energy is hurting them worse than even if they just outright get rejected. And that's the realization they're coming to. All right. Let's get a couple more cards. Kind of get more information. Maybe some advice that comes out. Fate, detours, divine intervention. That's part of that wheel too. That wheel of fortune. It does feel like there has been some detours in this connection. And divine intervention could be at play. And that's the reason why things haven't played out exactly how you or this person or both of you have wanted it to play out. And like I said, I feel like this person is really scared of rejection. They're scared of losing you, and they're scared that if they come forward and you reject them, they are going to lose you altogether. They do not want that, but they are getting to the point where they feel like the not knowing is hurting them worse. Yep. Mercury, messages, travel, communication. It's exactly what they want, because they need that. This is what they're going in between. Wanting to communicate and then getting scared of rejection. Wanting to message you, but then feeling like they're going to lose you. That's the back and forth duality feeling of this whole situation. Alright, let's see what signs you could be dealing with. Okay, we have Gemini. Gemini again, and that could be one of the reasons is because you guys could be a Gemini or dealing with a Gemini or have that heavy in your charts. That very well could be. Okay, we have Capricorn. Scorpio, Libra, and we have Libra with that Justice card. I'm getting real heavy air sign. Virgo, and I forgot what number I'm on. Okay, so Aquarius. Yep, air. Okay, let's get your numbers. These can be life paths, synchronicities, dates, places, numbers you're seeing, whatever it is to you. Okay. We have 3 and then 12, which breaks down to a 3, and then 6. So we're going to actually look up 3 because I'm feeling that energy heavy. 333 is support. Your spirit guides are sending you love, comfort, and guidance. So keep that in mind. You are being guided. You do have comfort your way, coming your way. And let's find the other one too. These are always in, I write these little cards. They're always in a big old mess though. Okay, we have creativity, self-expression, happiness, communication, social groups and events. And this could happen at a social group or with a social group at an event. And then we have the Empress, which is Taurus and Libra. That's just more of that Libra energy. So keep those in mind. That could be helpful. Alright, and now I'm going to get you a planet. Check your placement in that planet, because that sign could help you in all this. Okay. And you have Neptune, which is talking about like intuition, kind of like your shadow side a lot. And that could be what... that kind of could be the hold back here. You know, is that you or this person or both of you guys kind of have to come to realizations about this situation, about yourself. I mean, we did get that divine intervention card, which a lot of times that talks about that, because this is kind of divine intervention planet too, because it's talking about the forces outside of our control. So if you look up your Neptune sign, do some more research into that. This could really help you with this situation and give you more clarity. I think it's important for us to figure out parts of our birth charts to see what signs are in what planets, because we have those for a reason, and it's really helpful to know how to navigate certain aspects of life. Well, Pile 3, that was your reading. I hope I helped you and gave you some clarity. If it did, please like and consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!